Good morning. Have you had your hair cut?
I did have it cut the other day. I keep having it cut really short.
It's so short. I love it. It's very chic.
It's really short.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I've had a little bit of a, like, not like full fringe, like bangs, you know, like I have these silly bits at the front, which is just like totally pointless. They're frazzled hair damaged. So I'm actually thinking of, for the winter, going for like a bit of a different look. I was really laughing the other week. I said to Mum, I'm fed up with my look. She was like, what do you mean? I went, I'm going for a whole new look. I went, I'm sick and tired of seeing myself in a saggy, wet bun, a sweatshirt, leggings, and and I know that, look, I know that's probably what a lot of us mums wear at the moment. It's
school run vibe.
Easy. School run vibe. But I was like, I'm going to dye my hair really blonde and I'm going to go for like a blonde fringe. And like, Mum was like, oh, you know, like, but it was really like passive aggressive. Yeah. Me. I was like, I'm done.
It looks really
like
nice.
When you just like look at yourself, you're like, well, it's. I haven't had the fringe fully cut yet, and it's a bit blonder, but you can't really see it. But it'll go. I'm planning on going like quite blonde and like maybe a bit more of a fringe.
Who's doing autumn bangs?
I need a change.
Kate Middleton. Have you seen that in the press? She's gone for autumn bangs.
No, I haven't.
But they're like it's not a fringe. It's just like a loose kind of parted.
It
looks quite nice.
Well, that's sort of what I've got going on at the minute. But the thing is, it only works if you blow dry it and straighten it right. Put a roller in it, and so most of the time, like, look, I've got it like pulled back, half up, half down. It's just not practical sometimes, is it?
It's not. And I actually
Never do my hair.
I got up early this morning and washed my hair. I've done nothing with it. I don't know if it's because of the weather. I know everything in the UK, we blame everything on the weather. But my hair feels really coarse, almost like a horse's tail. Like, I just went for breakfast with, Sam, my friend, you met her before.
Yeah,
me and Sam just went for breakfast and we was laughing about our hair because she was like, she's American, isn't she? She was like, mine is the same. And we was laughing. It's gone like really horsey. Like, I don't know if it's this weather. I don't know. But I like it. It looks good. Your short hair. I like it.
No, what was Greg calling me? Billy Bob. He was going, all right, Billy Bob, Billy Bob.
Because it's funny because Paul would say to me, why do girls can't ever leave themselves alone for 5 minutes? Like, it's always something that needs to be done or change this or change that. And it's really funny because he doesn't really comment on a lot to do because I don't really get that much anyway. But when I get my brows done, so when I have my lamination and my tint, he always is like, whoa. Like, that's the only time.
Whoa. Do you know what's really funny? I've actually just had Helga. I've actually just had my brows done. Jerry come round this morning after
really
the school
nice.
run and just done my brows for me. And also, like, I don't know if you get this, but do you ever get like one hair on your chin?
No, but isn't that called peach fuzz?
No. So you know, like I do get like a little bit of hair around here and here.
I don't.
I get and this is what me and Jerry was really laughing because she went, oh my God, she said, I pulled out hair out of mine. I went, oh my God. I went, look at mine. I went, I always get one. Can you see it? Is it on there? And she like got it with the tweezers. It's just one hair.
Check mine. I don't get any.
It's like Billy Goat.
Billy Goat. No, I actually
I'm turning into a goat, an old goat.
But you know where I get one hair on my nipple? How weird is that? Do you ever get that?
I remember that from like years ago. You always used to get
I get
one
like
hair.
one or
That's
two.
been going on for a while.
Yeah, it's since puberty. No, it's really weird. I get like one or two hairs on my nipples and I have to like tweezer it out. But it's the most random. What? Why?
I think it's like, it must be hormonal, mustn't it? Like,
it's just weird.
And I've just like had my period as well. So I feel like that's when it occurs. Like it's like growing throughout the period. It's so embarrassing because sometimes Greg's seen it and I'm like, he's like, oh babe, you've got hair on your chin. I'm like, what? And then I'm like instantly upstairs with the tweezers.
A hair on your chinny chin chin.
Chinny chin chin.
Speaking of boobs, and I just mentioned then, did I send you that meme of the
yes,
alligator?
Yeah,
what was it?
No, it was a gorilla.
Gorilla and the boobs. Honestly, so Edward technically is still breastfeeding, but he doesn't rely on the milk, if that makes sense.
No, it's comfort.
I just don't know how I'm going to get
Human
it off.
dummy.
Him out of all three children, he is the
Really?
most, doesn't want to give up. He will not give up. And there's nothing in them, like maybe a little bit, but there's hardly anything in them. And even like this morning, and it just hurts now. Anyway, I feel like he's sucking every last bit of life out of them because they're gone. I had to buy from Skims the other day on Instagram. I'm such a sucker for an ad.
Oh, so am I.
Did you
I'm
see the new
terrible.
push-up bra on Instagram?
No. Oh, I need that in my
Skims
life.
advert.
We need to share that with all of our followers as well.
Yeah, Skims advert, Instagram. Tap here to shop now, obviously straight away, because I need a push-up bra. My boobs, my little titties have gone to little sacks, and I don't know if they're ever going to come back now. I don't know. And
they will. Of course they will. Oh my gosh, they
know.
will. Like, honestly, obviously I didn't breastfeed Mark. Well, I did for a little bit, but obviously nowhere near as long as you have. But all of a sudden, so 9 months in, mine definitely feel like they're
yours
back a little
did.
bit, 'cause
But you've
when I
always had bigger
Margot,
boobs than me. Your boobs have always been bigger.
I think you've got to give it like a solid year after you've completely done with breastfeeding, and then like
Everything takes so
revisit,
long, doesn't it? To just enjoy the push-up bra for now. Then anyway, I got it, and it's really good.
Yeah.
It's very soft, and it's not wired. It's a nice bra, to be fair. So that's my.
Do you know that I don't ever wear? So since I think actually you told me before about how underwire is not good for it's not good for you. So since having been pregnant with Margot, I literally could not wear a wide bra anymore. And since having her, I do not wear.
No.
I don't wear underwired anymore.
Well, you used to wear them wires that would come up to your chest.
Yeah,
and go all the way
like
around to your armpits.
But you know why? Because remember when I was younger, I had huge boobs, didn't I? This is going back to like teenage
Remember at
years,
school,
like,
everyone thought you'd had a boob job when you was like
had a boob
14.
job, yeah. 14,
The rumour.
Because we moved to Spain, then we
Yeah.
come back and everyone was like, well, Billie's just gone and had a boob job. Like, so ridiculous.
Yeah, at 14.
But I remember going and having like all my boobs properly measured and stuff. And I remember like someone saying to me, you know, whatever happens, you have to wear wires, supportive, blah, blah, blah. That's the only way it's going to support your back and your chest. And actually, I suppose like
It's the opposite.
technology's changed. It's not all about the
Everything's
underwire.
changed.
Mamph, do you ever find it hard to get the kids to do educational activities when all they want to do is play?
I know what you mean. I actually think Paul and Rosie learn better when they're enjoying themselves while they're learning. Does that make sense?
Yeah, completely. Like, for example, last night, Nellie and Arthur, they was out in the garden for ages playing, but they was playing this horsey game. I was watching them out the window, like jumping over things, but I was thinking, come on now, we need to get in, bedtime, do your reading, like, you know, especially now Arthur's in year 2, everything steps up, like he has to do a certain amount of reading per week.
Something I found that works really well for us is the Tony Box by our podcast sponsor, Tony's.
As our listeners probably know by now, the Tony Box is a musical story box that helps children develop their speech through songs and stories.
You know how much Rosie loves Matilda? Well, she's learnt so many new words from just listening to the Matilda story on her Tony Box.
She's like your own little Matilda.
She is so cute. Tony's have got loads of other classic stories too, like The Enchanted Wood, Paddington and the Gruffalo. So there's something for all kids of all ages. My kids absolutely love Paddington as well. It's their favourite.
So do mine. Mine absolutely love it. And as a special treat for our listeners, you can get 10% off Tony Boxes and Tony Box bundles with the code SamandBillie10.
That's 10% off on Tony Boxes and Tony Box bundles when you visit www.tonies.com and use the code SamandBillie10. So how's your morning been? Tell me about your morning. You're having a coffee,
yeah, it's been
so...
fine to have... do you know what? I was really happy when you said you was like running 5 minutes late because I thought, yes, I really need to make myself a coffee. Like it's been one of those weeks here. Like last weekend, Nellie, bless her, she was poorly all weekend. Then Arthur was a little bit. And then Margot, she was a little bit, they had this sickness, virus bug. I think your two had it as well.
At our school today, at our school, thank God Paul and Rosie are okay. They've gone in today. Half the school's not in because it's gone rife around our school.
Yeah. Well, I think all the kids have gone back to school and then that's it.
Yeah.
It's all like the germs again, isn't it? And they're all, but hopefully, do you know what? It's probably better they get in now than when it's like further on in the winter.
Yeah.
But Margot's got this really bad cough and cold, and I think a lot of it is to do with her teething. She's got 2 teeth now, 2 little bottom teeth.
Oh, I can't wait to see her.
But
tomorrow.
you know, like all in her eyes. Like she's definitely. So in the mornings it's worse. In the afternoon she really perks up. Like she's fine. And to be fair, each night the sleep has got better throughout the night. But you know when you feel so sorry for them, they don't know how to blow their nose. So
I know.
all the mucus sits in their belly. So this morning, fed her milk, she went,
yes,
and it was like, what? Like projectile. But like, and then she's been so clingy. So like, I've been trying to do a lot of work stuff from home this week because I haven't left the house much of her, just like taking her for a walk in the afternoon for some fresh air.
Yeah.
But where she's been like poorly, I thought, right, just have a week indoors. And I've got cabin fever. But also like, you know, like you just feel like you can't actually do anything because she just wants to be held. She's actually napping at the minute, which is perfect time for the pod. But just been a little bit of one of those weeks. So tomorrow night when you're over, I need a glass of wine.
Oh, yes, please. We're not going to do margaritas. Remember last time at yours? I know we spoke about it before.
Do you know what? It's really funny. I was going to text you and Mum on our family chat saying, am I getting in the ingredients for a margarita?
I think you should. I think you should.
Definitely. When all the kids are in bed tomorrow night.
Yeah, we'll make the margaritas.
Let's go into the bar.
Yeah, let's do
and we'll
that.
make the margaritas.
Definitely. Just a quick one on a holistic note for sickness. If your child, if you do have a sickness bug, for anyone that's listening, and your child is vomiting and diarrhea, bentonite clay is the best thing. It draws out all the toxins. So you put like a teaspoon.
Oh, I wish I'd have asked you. I knew I should have messaged you last weekend.
With cold water, that will settle their stomach and everything. Like it'll be gone instantly. Or even if you have like,
can you do that as an adult?
Yeah,
as well,
we'll have a high dosage.
Such a good tip. I feel like every week we should have like Sam's holistic tips.
Yeah,
like every week you should give us a new tip.
And also maybe write into us, guys, because I feel like there's just so much out there, like, you know, herbs and teas and creams and stuff that, you know, since doing that eczema post on Instagram as well, and I listed everything that we've done.
That was... Do you know what? When I see that, it broke my heart.
Isn't it heartbreaking?
It's heartbreaking, but I'm so glad that you've shared that because I bet I can imagine the response has been like people are so appreciative because actually like and you know what I sort of not forgot but
you do
until I see that I forgot
severe.
How bad and how tough that must have been for him but for you as well.
That had 4,800 comments. Right, obviously I couldn't keep up with all of them, but a lot of them were people sharing my post and adding their friend in. Let's say their friend's kid's got eczema.
Yeah.
So it definitely because it reached 1.8 million people.
Wow.
And you know what? I was really not anxious, but like I thought, don't share it. It's a private journey. Like, you know, and I thought, no, I was in bits when this was happening to him. Like, and he wasn't sleeping. It was so sad. It was like I was all day like anxious and worried, and I'd look at him and just tear up anyway because he was in so much pain. Like he used to just scream because all he wanted to do was like scratch his skin off. And I thought, no, post it because so many millions of children get eczema, millions. And obviously, and it can go through to adulthood as well. And I just thought, share what you've done because it worked for me. So I shared it and the response was amazing. I even put in the comment, please don't write nasty message. I'm just sharing what I done because I thought, because you know, you do get people that are like, you know, we can't do, well, I don't know. But anyway, I didn't get a chance to read all them comments, obviously, but everyone that I did read, thank God, was positive and people were sharing it with their like friends and stuff. So
that's so
and look at him now.
So good.
He has a little bit on the back of his arm, tiny little bit here. But other than that, he eats everything again now. Everything. Like we reintroduced it all. You know, I don't go over on like overkill on dairy and stuff like that. But he does eat dairy. You know, it just is kind of
of course
introducing it back in. But let's do that each week. We'll do like Sam's holistic
tips. This will make you laugh actually. So Greg's been very much into his holistic stuff recently. So did I tell you about about Dad and Greg's health testing thing?
No, but you can tell the story. But Dad called me 5 times one day, right? And I was like, 5 missed calls. Do you know when Dad gets on one and it's like you have to answer the phone? And I thought, what's going on here? So I called him back, Billie. He was so proud. you want to tell the story? I don't know if dad's telling the truth or not.
Well, basically, in a nutshell, they went for some like men's health like testing thing, just all different, their blood tests and this and that.
Yeah.
So, and it was like testing all different things, liver, cholesterol, like loads of stuff. Anyway, Greg's cholesterol come back really high. Like he's got high cholesterol, which is so surprising because you'd look at Greg and think, oh, he's not. But actually cholesterol, you could be the fittest person in the world and still have high cholesterol. It's just how your body breaks it down and stuff. Dad's was lower than Greg. So imagine Dad was like
so proud,
over the moon and chuffed. But Dad's had a couple of other like issues that we've had to kind of like deal with the last week. Nothing like serious, but just like, no, just to do with like, his liver's fine, but just, you know, he just needs to be
Dad's
healthy.
liver's fine?
No, honestly, you couldn't write it. We was round here the other morning on the phone to the doctor, filmed it all for the show, like the whole process.
Okay.
So Greg's been very like watching what he eats. So yesterday, obviously Margot's got this cold, comes home from the farm shop. He's got like the biggest bulb of garlic and the biggest piece of ginger you ever see.
That's
right?
it.
I was like, oh, okay.
That's the one, Greg.
He went, right. He said, I've read this thing online. What we've got to do is we've got to get the garlic and the ginger and we've got to put it into a sock and then we've got to put it on Margot and then we've got to let her sleep in it.
Yeah, that's what we do. I cut an onion. Did I tell you this? So for their
I remember
coughs,
the onion for the ear.
No, but also cut an onion and leave it next to the bed when they're coughing.
Oh.
Also, another good one is Vicks on. So rub Vicks on their feet and put socks on.
Yes,
but the garlic is amazing for that. It's like a withdrawal. So and the same with onion. Honestly, there's a natural remedy for everything, and it actually works.
Works, yeah. No,
You
so
always refer to the ear one, don't you?
No. I thought we spoke this and never forget the time when I was around your house and you had I had a boiled onion on my ear for about 3 hours. And you and Paul were like, it's going to draw it out. It's going to draw it out. And I was like,
it's funny,
still nothing
isn't
happening. This is severe. But then we found out it was something to do with a tooth, wasn't it? So it was like...
Yeah. I've got in the kitchen, I could get it to show you. So basically another really good cough syrup, homemade, is you just chop up a load of onions, put them in a jar, cover it in honey, put the lid on, let it like ferment for like 12 hours or maybe overnight, and that is a cough syrup. And it works.
So what would you do then? Blend it?
No. Just put a load of honey over the onions, and then when it ferments, obviously you don't give the onion, you just scoop out the honey on a spoon into the mouth.
Really?
Yes. Anyway, should we do a dilemma? Because we didn't do any last week.
Yes.
Oh, guys, thank you so much for the response on the Uganda episode. Obviously, we know it wasn't our usual jolly selves, but it was amazing, wasn't it? Like the response was great. Yeah. More awareness. So yeah, it was brilliant.
Exactly.
So thank you for all tuning in.
Actually, now, how are you feeling after the trip now? Do you feel like you're a little bit more back in to the zone? I know you was exhausted, wasn't you?
I feel absolutely fine, and I've been in the gym 3 times this week, which really helps.
Oh, well done. I've been in twice.
I've tried to not add I've tried to cut down on caffeine. Do you know what?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that helps a lot. I think caffeine can be a little bit of a
what do you mean?
And a downer.
Yeah, I know.
I have a tea in the morning. I have 1 to 2 coffees maximum. That's it in the day. Sometimes only just one. But what I spoke about it before. I've just been trying to exchange the coffee that I love, the usuals, and they do a really nice one. When I do school run, and if I do school run, there's a coffee shop in Cobham called the Juice Smith, and they do the best coconut latte. And I love it.
Oh, that's what I just made myself.
Yeah.
Coconut. Well, it wasn't jazzy, but
no, it's just the best. I really look forward to it. But yeah, I'm just trying to not do that as much. And that's really helped because I feel like, coffee can make you feel a bit jittery and more anxious. So that helps.
Especially if you've got a lot on your mind and you're trying to... do you know what? I've just had that coffee there, but some days I don't have a coffee because I know it's going to make me feel like... But this morning, like I thought, right, Margot's asleep, and I thought I couldn't sleep properly last night. I had one of them nights,
Same.
Anyway, so I
had a bad sleep.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? And to be fair, Margot slept perfectly last night. She stirred once, but the coughing because obviously I've got the baby monitor in my room. I was hearing her cough all night, and she was sick a couple of times, like these like this week, not last night. But yeah, just and then this morning I just thought, I'm gonna make myself a nice coffee and enjoy doing the pod.
Nice. Right, okay, so dilemmas. I'll go for the first one. I'm currently not speaking to my partner after an argument that I hope you girls can help me with. It's my daughter's first birthday in November. I'm so excited and want a big party for her. But my husband says it's a waste of money and she won't remember it. True.
Yeah.
I still think
I've had this argument.
I still think it's really important to celebrate as she won't get another first birthday. What do you think? Does Billie have any plans for Margot's first birthday? Right, so you done the big first birthday, I didn't. So
I did for both of mine.
Yeah.
So I actually, I love, it's no secret that I love party planning, particularly the kids' parties. I enjoy more than the adults. Greg enjoys the adults planning more. I think, like, obviously, when Nelly and Arthur were younger, I did throw them to both a big. Nelly's first birthday party was at your house. Remember the fairy garden party?
Oh, she walked.
We done it in your garden.
Nelly walked on her first birthday.
Yeah, that was amazing. And Arthur's, I'd done him a Peter Rabbit tea party at remember Hutton Hall it was, wasn't it? I'd done him like a big Peter Rabbit, and it was like a party. It was at Hutton Hall. It was all like blue, and we had the mad. You remember the entertainer?
Yes.
We had the mad entertainer.
Wait, I think I was your photographer at that party.
I think you was. You was, because I came with my photos that you took.
I came with my big camera.
That was in your photography days.
It was.
I mean, listen, it's hard, isn't it? Because sometimes with kids' first birthday parties, it depends on what the vibe is. But I have found when mine are younger, if I do stuff at home, they kind of turn into like adults' parties, like in the evening. Like, and it just depends if you want to keep it as like all about the kids. So, I think it is a really special celebration, the first birthday. However, it doesn't have to be a massive, big, grand party. I think just whatever. It's a memory, isn't it, that you want to cherish?
Well,
I love doing the big parties. That's just me. But obviously for you, ma'am, you've always done something more small, like nicer, more intimate, smaller.
Yeah, because for first baby, I can't remember what I've done for it, but like, first baby, first birthday, I done it at Mum's. Do you remember? Mum done a running buffet and it was just family. Yeah. And he is right. They don't remember it at all. But
they don't.
I think as long as you get your nice photos and like the first birthday cake and things like that. And that's what we done. I know I didn't have the big elaborate party, but I had nice balloons, a lovely cake, all the family, basically family are their only friends at that point. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's the only people that the 1-year-olds know.
They're cousins.
Yeah. And that was perfect. But I also completely understand if you have a big friendship group as well and you all want to celebrate, I would just say don't spend that much money because just do it like, I don't know, because the baby doesn't benefit from it and you end up just catering for your mates rather than the baby. So a bit of both, I guess. Good luck.
A bit of both.
I hope you have a nice time.
So for Margot's first birthday this year, so basically we're going to do something at home, like a pre-Christmas thing at home anyway. When I say it's just family, we have, particularly on Greg's side, so many kids. So actually, just family is more than enough. And that's just immediate family. That's just inviting sisters. So Greg's got 3 sisters. Obviously, I've got you. You've got 3 kids. 2 of Greg's sisters have got 3 kids. Yeah. One of them's got 2 kids. So it's like just that alone is a party. So that's perfect. Like I'm just going to do something at home for Margot this year. I've got a few ideas up my sleeve though.
Yeah, I bet you have. It will still be extravagant.
I've got a few nice little ideas up my sleeve what I'm going to do. I'm actually really excited. I have started planning it already, not going to lie.
Well, Rosie's is next for me. Obviously she's November the 11th. She's very undecided and we had tears last week when we brought up the conversation. Paul was piping up, little Paul, and was saying, you should do this, you should do that. Then she was saying, yeah, I want to do that. And I was going, Paul, please don't get involved. She does not want a gaming party. Paul was trying to get her to do a gaming party. I was like, who is this benefiting? Rosie doesn't even go on the Switch. Like, that makes no sense at all. Yeah. He was like, yeah, she likes Princess Peach. Paul, no, she's not doing a gaming party just because she likes the look of Princess Peach. Anyway, then we had tears. So that's on pause at the minute. I don't know what she wants to do. Last year she wanted to
Do you know what we should do as well? We should plan like a girls' trip. Me, you,
Mum,
Nelly,
and
Rosie
yeah.
and Mum. And we should go and do something really nice in London, like look for like a really girly like afternoon tea.
Yeah.
Take them like, we can take them to like a toy shop or shopping. I can get Rosie a present. We should do something like that.
Do you know what? She loves all that. Like last year I told you, didn't I? She said, I want to stay in a hotel. So we didn't do a party. We just stayed over in a hotel, which I was like,
I'm
suits
up for
me.
staying in a hotel, Rose.
I was like, it suits me. So that was, yes, I don't know what she wants to do this year.
Actually, that would be really nice. We should do that.
Yeah. Definitely. And actually,
we should do that, just us girls.
Nelly asked me about that before, to be honest, when I was at your house last.
Nelly would love that.
So yeah,
she keeps asking me for a girls' day. That could be a perfect excuse.
Okay, so next dilemma, you read it.
Just have to readjust my eyes. I still haven't been to the optician. Okay. Dear Sam and Billie, we have some noisy neighbours. Oh, that's us. Our street used to be peaceful. Oh, this isn't one of my neighbours, is it, writing in? I'm joking. We're not that bad. Our street used to be peaceful, quiet and full of families. But recently a couple have moved in and it's parties every weekend. Gosh. Not small ones either. Loud music, groups of people in the street and bottles being left on the pavement. Oh, no, it's not good. Bad. I don't mind every now and then, but every weekend and sometimes in the week. It's a bit of a joke. I don't want to start an argument with them, but it's keeping my kids up. And then I have to deal with them being cranky all day. Apart from reporting them, what else should I do to get my revenge?
That's really bad and really disrespectful. That's terrible.
The thing is, like you say, like once in a blue moon, of course you don't mind. Everyone's entitled to a little party, but I don't. Really I would be so when it's affecting your kids and their sleep, it's next level, isn't it?
I feel like maybe can't she get the whole neighbourhood together? And just be like,
it must be affecting others as well.
Absolutely. Maybe just get like a petition, get everyone to sign it.
Write an anonymous letter. I think write an anonymous letter and post it through the door. It could be polite. It could just be like, please can you understand? I appreciate you're a young couple. You want to have parties, but could the noises keep I think write a really honest, polite letter, post it, and then just see what happens. Because actually, it's really disrespectful if they're doing it all the time, and it's really bad. Even things like leaving the bottles on the street, that's just not necessary. Like put them in the bins. Like why leaving stuff out on the street?
I just don't understand how people can be so ignorant and rude. Like these people maybe don't have kids. You wait until you have children. Like something's going to happen. Like they're going to get their comeuppance and then be like, shit, we was actually
they'll have a noisy neighbour.
That's so bad. I hope you sort it out. I don't know what I think Paul would go about this in the wrong way and probably just bang on their door and they'll be I don't think he would know how to deal with this. Like I think he would just go nuts. But then maybe they need a knock on the door and do you know what I mean? Sometimes you just do it, be simple and knock on the door. Like obviously try to be like reasonable, but just say like you need to stop. It's really hard, isn't it?
Just depends.
Because they seem like not very. They seem like ignorant people anyway because they're doing it and not giving.
Yeah, and it's if you want that confrontation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is maybe not. Maybe do the letter. No, maybe do the letter first. If the letter's not effective, then knock.
Or just
put depends how long
put
you
like the
can
nappy through the door or something. You know, like the shitty nappy. Just keep every time they do a party. Every time they do a party in the morning. Just leave them with a nice shitty nappy on their doorstep.
Yeah.
Every time.
And they'll soon get the hint.
Yeah. Right, okay, so on to Ask Us Anything. Okay, this is funny. If you both switched partners for the day, which new couple do you think would last the longest?
Hands down, you and Greg.
Yeah, I think so.
Paul would be having none of my back chat. Can you imagine?
That would be hysterical.
I seen it earlier and I thought definitely Samantha and Greg would last.
Yeah, and especially now Greg's going all holistic on me. We'd have all.
Well, this is it. You've got so much in common now.
Common ground, yeah. That's really funny. Oh my God, yeah, you and Paul, like, imagine like you just say straight away, like, shut up or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that wouldn't last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think me and Greg would win that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Shall I read these because your eyes are bad?
Yeah,
okay.
please.
Have you ever gone to any baby groups? I feel bad as my son is 8 months and has never been to one. Right, don't feel bad. I've been to every single mum group with little Paul because we was filming Mummy Diaries at the time and basically I was made to. But you know, like content, I done everything, right? And then obviously Rosie, she just done her horse riding when she was little and swimming. Edward, nothing. No, he does swimming on a Tuesday, but do you know what? I feel like if you feel like you need to get out and you want a little bit of a routine each week and to do stuff, there's no harm in it. But don't feel bad for not, because at the end of the day, your children are very happy at home. And if you're, an enthusiastic parent, I know you can't be enthusiastic all day long, but like, I think the kids are just happy at home and he's still baby.
Do you know
like,
what
8
it
months
is,
young.
right? I'm the same as you. Like with Nelly and Arthur, most of Nelly tried all the different baby groups. I'm yet to find a baby group that I actually really love and that I think like one of the kids really love. I've been to one baby class with Margot.
Oh, you've only done one? Oh, right, with Margot.
With Margot. So one baby class with
Music.
Margot. It was baby yoga.
Okay.
But Margot was very, like, it was very calm, chill, but I think Margot wanted something. I think she would love something really upbeat and noisy and colourful. And
Edward wouldn't do baby yoga.
Honestly, I would not feel bad one bit because
No.
I'll be honest, baby classes aren't really my thing.
No.
I think it's nice, like, look, I do think they're so beneficial if you're at home. There's days where I think, I could do with going to a baby class, doing something today with Margot, but I just haven't found one yet that I could take her to. I think she'll enjoy. But also, it's probably easier to go to one if you like go with a friend with their baby, or But then again, you can make friends there. But I definitely wouldn't feel bad about it. I think it just depends on your lifestyle and what you enjoy doing.
I would personally
with the baby. Like some are great.
You know what's a really good one? Swimming. Maybe find like a water babies class each week, because
the
swimming is so good, because it obviously not only does it build up their confidence for water, but it's music, it's swimming with other babies and parents as well, but also it knackers them out. So like you do it and they have like a really good 2-hour nap after. Like that's 8 months is a perfect age. And I actually started little Paul swimming at six weeks old, so he was in the water first thing. But little Paul, all of mine, but especially Paul, I noticed so much because I had more time for all the lessons with him. He has been a really strong swimmer from the age of 2 even. So like I feel like that's a really good one, and all the music's nice, and I don't know, I like that one. So maybe try swimming.
I think swimming is really good actually. Now it's winter, I think that I might start Margot with, because like throughout the summer she's been swimming loads, but now I was thinking that the other day, now it's winter, I want to find her a little like baby swimming class, because she loves swimming, she loves the water. But do you know what it is? Just a fair point to say. I think a baby class is actually, like sometimes when you're at home with the babies all day, you can feel like you're going a bit crazy. And actually sometimes it's nice to have something to be ready for, to go to. And it is a chance to meet other mums. Yeah, and it is a chance to meet other mums with babies your age. And I do think that is a really good thing about baby classes. I just think you shouldn't feel bad if you haven't done one, because everyone's situation is different. Look, I've only done one. Margot's 9 months. I've only done one. But I actually took Margot to the soft play for the first time the other day. Just like a little one near here, local.
Yeah, I take Edward soft play.
And do you know what? It was really nice. It was just me and her. It was actually really nice just to get out of the house and like,
it's a shame
and go
really,
somewhere with her,
because it didn't really matter so much us living far apart. And now we've got the 2 babies. That's something we could be doing together.
Doing together now.
Club, swimming.
Yeah. We need to find somewhere like a place that's like in between both of our houses that we can go to like for like a few hours during like school run hours. Go from the school run.
Okay, next one. So how do you cope with the kids when Greg and Paul go away? So do you know what? The men are so lucky, right? I feel like if I go away and do anything, I never ever do any more than 3 nights. So in this last year, I've had quite a lot of work trips, but I'll always limit it to 3 nights only, mainly because I obviously don't want to be away from the kids that long. Also, I think you can get everything you need done in 3 nights. I don't think it needs to be more than that. Even when I was in LA, that was 2 nights, and I went the other side of the world, But I organise everything. There's Dinner's prepped. There's a full fridge. There's I'd write out, Monday uniform, Tuesday PE kit, club. Monday to Friday. It's all written out. Like, it couldn't get any more simple. When Paul has a work trip, he might tell me the day before, oh, I'm going here. And I'm like, right, okay, why didn't you tell me? Because I would be, do you know when you think like you need, it's preparation, isn't it? Like,
and also I think the difference is as well, like, because we work as well, it's then, and we've both got young babies, obviously the older two at school, it's like, it's juggling childcare as well, isn't it? And like pickups and drop-offs and school clubs and dinner times and, I think as well, like, obviously Greg goes away quite a lot and has been away a lot since having Margot, and even like when I was pregnant with her as well, and some, like there's pros and cons. Like, a part of me sometimes, like, when he's not here, I feel really organised.
Me too.
And on top of everything.
That
is what one thing, and I think it's because you just think you've only got yourself to think about and the kids, that you've not got a man to think about for dinners, or like, I'll just like eat with the kids, or just like make myself a bit of toast.
Also,
when they're in bed, like.
I think also, you've got to do it without thinking. You have to do it as well.
Yeah.
So like the other morning, there was a morning, and it was like, one of those mad mornings before school. Paul was laying on the sofa on his phone. I think he was just browsing. I was like, what are you doing? Do you just think like it was all chaos going on? Like, I was thinking, just like, take one up or do something. And my voice was getting higher, and I see he sort of got up and like slipped up the stairs to get Rosie ready. But he's got a work trip coming up this week as well, and I just feel like I do get more prepared. And actually,
completely.
My housekeeper, who is part-time, actually her hours go up as from next week, so it's perfect timing. So then, for example, and she's lovely and the kids love her, and when I do school runs next week when Paul's away, I can leave Edward with our housekeeper, so I can not have to put him in the car. And that for me is like everything. So because he hates being in the car. Yeah. So to do the school run alone, maybe grab a coffee and some shopping on the way home, that's it. That suits me to the ground. It's perfect. Yeah. Because I haven't got anyone. It's so hard. Well, I've got friends and stuff, but like, I haven't got like mum to say, come and, pop round for an hour. I just
watch him for an hour.
Hard, yeah. So
well, that's the thing, isn't it? I feel like when the men do go away, it's like you just have to be so organised, don't you? And it actually, like, it doesn't stop. Like when Greg went away recently, and I was on my own, and mum was away as well, for like 4 days, and it was really full on, like really full. I just didn't stop. Like I was like, and when Greg got home, I was thinking, I'm exhausted. Like, but you just have to. You just sort of I think you just have to be really organised, and like
you do.
Just things like have to be organised with the dinners, don't you? And then like in the morning, like I'd get up at try and get up a little bit before them to quickly jump in the shower, get ready.
That's it. That's the thing.
And it's hard with Margot where she's crawling everywhere now, like trying to get ready in the mornings for the school run. Even when Greg is here, it's like, and most of the time, like I need to be ready for the day as well by like 9 o'clock. So it's like,
you're filming, so you have to do like a bit of makeup. So I can get away with running out the door with like just a bit of blusher on.
No, honestly, this series, right? So I was watching loads of the old Mummy Diaries last Sunday with the kids. We just had them on. They love watching them, and we used to be really glamorous, by the way, when filming. Like we used to be like. I don't know, we just used to like do our hair and makeup. We used to have jewellery on, like our clothes, our outfits, right? No, honestly, when I think about how I look every day filming, because this is life for me now. Yeah. Like I don't have time to do my hair every day, do makeup. Like I mean, I suppose that is the good thing about our show. It's reality, isn't it, right? And not everyone's glammed up every day. But I was thinking like, I think maybe because it was 2 families filming before. It filming wasn't as much. Where I'm filming 4 times a week now,
it's
every day.
You can't do your makeup every day.
It's impossible. No. Like you just can't. I don't
know how like the Kardashians do it. They sit in glam for like 2-3 hours every time before they film. How?
I think they probably go in glam at like 4 a.m, 5 a.m. Oh. I hate it's boring. It's boring. Don't get me wrong. I love like glam for like a red carpet or something.
No, but even that, I get really itchy and tetchy. Well, that's right, itchy.
So do I. I get really like
in the chair. I just want to get up.
Like it. Yes, I'm exactly the same. Like a couple of events recently that we've had, like NTAs, and then I had another one the other week. So I've had to be in hair and makeup, like as the kids get home from school, at home, and it's just been really stressful experience because everyone wants you, but you're sat there getting your hair and makeup done, and you're like, oh, what should I? Oh, like
makeup at home is not the one.
Yeah,
but there's
stressful.
no other option, is there? It's just you have to do it for your interviews.
Sorry, can we just quickly talk about one more thing before we go?
Yeah.
So I've started training as well recently, and do you find it really hard to find nice gym sets that aren't crop tops?
I've got something to tell you, but this is hilarious. So yeah, right. I can't believe you said that. I wrote it down as a note. Training top. Look, here is as a note. I'm not even lying.
Oh my gosh.
So I went on to Aloe, again, another Instagram.
Oh,
I just get so many adverts. Anyway,
so do I.
Lionel Messi's wife always models the stuff and she just looks insane. Anyway, I was like, I'm going to get some Aloe stuff. Am I even pronouncing it right?
Yeah.
Aloe, yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Sam.
And I went online. I always only train in black, to be honest, or if not, like a dark green. Anyway, so I got a pair of black leggings and a matching top, right? So the top is like, it's like a long crop top, but the leggings are high-waisted. So it meets in the middle, almost like a jumpsuit, it looked like.
Jumpsuit, yeah.
Anyway, so I've got the top on. I put it on, went Pilates yesterday, come back. Paul went to me, what's that top? I burst out laughing because I thought it the minute I put it on, but I just went with it. I wore it. I went to the class, kept it on. It's basically, it's not really a crop top. It's a long crop, but it's like almost like a bralette. Then there was this like mesh, and it was like, it was really sexy, right? So there was like this mesh lining. Paul's like, I thought had a mesh bra and then the top, and then because all my boobs were like up here. So my boobs were like this.
So funny.
And there was like black mesh, and then like it was all crisscross at the back, but it didn't look like that on the model. I'm finding it so hard to get the right gym top.
So same here. And then when you go on the websites that do, like I love a matching set, like a leggings and a long vest, like fitted but in the same colour. So when you go on the websites that do the long vest, you could only get matching in black. You can't get matching in like a navy or a green. Like I'm struggling. So if any of our listeners know of any good gym brands that do matching leggings and tops, long tops.
And also like the T-shirts, like I've got a Nike gym T-shirt. It's so unflattering. It's like...
I don't like training in a T-shirt. I like a vest.
It's a short sleeve, but too short. So I look like I've got big butch arms. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, like that cap sleeve.
Yeah, I'm like, it either needs to be a vest or it needs to be a proper T-shirt.
Yeah.
So yeah, someone please.
You know what? It's really funny that you said about Aloe because I ordered, as I had the Instagram ad come up, and I ordered some bits from there as well. But I ordered more like not gym stuff, like more like loungewear bits.
Right. I also got this green gym set from Aloe, and it wasn't good. The green wasn't right to cover the dimples and the I don't know. I just looked at myself and I was like, nah, like this is for a 20-year-old. I know it sounds silly, but like there's a big difference when you put gym wear on from like being in your 20s to being in your 30s, don't you think?
Completely.
Like, and also,
you want to feel like quite good and like supported in gym wear, don't you? Because otherwise you feel like when you're training you're a bit like...
Yeah, like me in the sexy, lacy, whatever that was, mesh. I'm not wearing that.
Yeah,
again,
I bet Paul was like, have you got a new PT?
He sort of looked at me. He was like, what's that top? But he thought I'd put like a lacy bra on and showing the bra on the top. And I went, no, this is a gym top. But I burst out laughing because before I left the house, I already didn't like it, but I still wore it. You know,
you just went with it.
Yeah. I might bring it over. You can have it.
Yeah, bring it over. I'll have a little try on.
Right. Well, I will see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
So is there enough time for people to still... Oh, no, this is going to come out after. We're doing the mud run for Haven House.
Yes. Do you know what? I'm so excited for tomorrow. So hopefully we have nice sunshine.
Really? Is it exciting?
Well, yeah, it's really... So I had a little look on the website and it is pretty exciting, but also because obviously we're going, so there's a big team of us there running for Haven House and everyone's got sponsors. Like we're actually doing really well with the sponsorships, which is amazing. But we've also got another little thing that we're setting up there to raise some extra money.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, you're gonna die. So we've got basically, like stocks, like where you put your head in and your arms, like wooden stocks. So we've got then, and we're doing £5 a pie. So we've got squirty cream.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah. So who's going to stand in?
Greg, Dad, and I know full well I'm going to end up in there. I know it.
I'll take one for the team. I'll get in there for you too.
You know what Greg's like. He's going to be like, come on, it's for charity. Let's get, I know Greg was going to be like, £100 to pie Billie. Try and get everyone putting in money and stuff to be pied, basically. I was like, okay.
The kids will love it. They could pie us.
Yeah. Of course they will. They're going to love it. So, and it's all a little bit of fun, isn't it? And we just thought if we can raise a bit extra for the charity.
We're going to be muddy and dirty anyway, so what's a pie going to make a difference? We'll have to all get home and just jump in your pool after.
I know. I was thinking, I wonder if hopefully it'll be nice and we could just all,
Well, if it's if you've got the heater on at the minute.
It's like a bath.
Well, we can get in there anyway then, even if it isn't.
of course.
I will see you tomorrow.
Have a nice day. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Mwah.